Hello, and welcome into another edition of Comic Book Business News. It is I, Josh Goldstein, on this day 4/16, um, 2023. Here in the news, um, it is day over day 150 of the second Ukrainian war, where we have where the where Russia has committed this war of aggression the against the state of Ukraine. And we have um and so then the Ukrainian counteroffensive is having limited success, driving Russians out from Bakhmut and other parts of the Ukraine that were under Russian occupation. Even Crimea is having even Ukrainian counteroffensives in Ukraine in Crimea are having limited success. And the problem is will Zelensky have the fighter planes to fight his war? Because already he has Challenger tanks and some new tanks and new weapons, but will he have the weapons to get all the weapons he needs to beat Putin? Al- Although he may drive the Russians out, this is not a war of offense. This is, he will be forced to just drive the Russians out. So he can't go a war beyond the borders of the Ukraine would be not advisable. But if he drove the Russians out, would Putin launch a counteroffensive back into the Ukraine for, or would he concede the war? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Although he may not be able to recover all the lands. I guess what he can't count on do at the during the war he can sort of count on for the bargaining table. And 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 don't know. Oh, and the comic book industry, uh yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 just came out. I saw it. I would give it part 3 is not as good as part 1 and 2. Like, why do we have Star-Lord sulking about Gamora? Why do we have, um we have Sylvester Stallone's drop by. That's kinda cool, but I just don't know why, Star-Lord's still moping about Gamora, but then Gamora stops by. We reunite the gang sort of and you see her back from her death, and Thanos' quest for the Infinity Stones. Oh, so like it was just so, I guess, Infinity Gauntlets. So why was Infinity so necessary? It's on will Infinity be so necessary? Is it the quest for infinity? I think that it's uh it's it was a nice movie. It's not the best movie. Oh, and also the flat uh so it was the Flash is coming up. The Flash is not bad. It's okay. He has a movie. I actually kind of I actually think Ezra Miller is not a bad actor, like this is the first movie in a while that Gal Gadot is not in, and she's a personal friend of mine, and I liked her in Shazam Part Two, so thought she did a good job, and and thought Shazam Part Two actually was not that bad. That's not a while ago, but that was actually, that was okay. I give it that an A minus because it wasn't the best Shazam movie, but that was not bad. Black Adam wasn't too bad either. It was like there's a lot of good superhero movies this year. Black Adam was alright, and like Indiana Jones is at the end of the month. I'm so looking forward to that. Indiana Jones, and it's like that's going to be so cool. Buy my book. It's still available on Amazon and it's at Barnes and Noble. So it's on the website, not at the bookstore. So if you want to buy Zan Endless War, it's still available. You can. There's still time to add it to your collection. Uh, this still time in the universe to get it. So that useless pitch was brought to you by my book and the people that bring you the letter Z. So anyway, so now back to these amazing amazing program. I don't have any comic books to you this week, and I'm very sorry about that. But I have to say we've had some major milestones. it was a free comic book day recently, and I didn't go to a shop for that because I'm getting very I don't do that anymore. I'm not a little teenager and I don't need my free comic book, but I don't want to sound like a grumpy guy. But sometimes I miss that. I miss free comic book day. It was a fun day. I'm a serious comic book artist, and I try not to. Uh, I try not to buy any comic books anymore, and because it some people are annoyed if you get a comic book. Sometimes you have to sample, sample comic. There's, but I like to always um um sample my friends' comics and or do trades, but or I visit my friend who owns a store, or yeah, maybe buy a comic from him. So 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 um um so so um there's actually I'm glad we have all these movies, because some parts of the universe are in peril, but luckily my part of like I'm going to be doing Fan Expo June 2nd to 4th, and I'll be there in Philadelphia at Fan Expo June 2nd to 4th, and I'll be signing books, and you can you can say hello and say I'll be there, and you could buy a book. I'll I'll be happy to sign any book, and you can I'll be there with Maccabee Lady and Zayn, and would be signing or sign any copy and if you want a picture, I pose for pictures with it free. I'm not like some dudes who charge it. I'm not Joe Mad. I'd love to work for him, but no. Oh, I know that. He's sort of like I think it's Shiver CB Zabolski now. Yeah, I know. Marvel. We're going to switch CEOs. CB's not nice. You know, you're having an impact when on stuff when there's people uh have your comic in your collection, and keep it, like I really I really like being a comic book artist. It's a nice job to have. It's better than what I was doing before that. I wasn't I was making some nice money, but it was just all right. You know, now I get to be an artist and I get to draw for a living. Okay, so goodbye. I'm about to say another week of comic book business news is over, and goodbye and good luck. See ya.